So I just sat down and watched City of the Living Dead, a Blue Underground Blu-ray that I had. Been wanting to watch this one. I wasn't sure if I had seen it before. It came out in 1980. It was co-written and directed by legendary Italian director Lucio Fulci. When I was in my early 20s, I put out an album on my own record label. It was called Grave Robbers. The album was called Hell to Pay EP. They had a song called Fulci Lives. I wouldn't even know who he was if it wasn't for those guys. So shout out to the Southside homies of Houston and Grave Robbers. Fulci Lives, absolutely epic song. This video is about, let's see, it's a reporter and like a psychic, like a medium, right? They find out that a priest has killed himself and opened up the gates of hell. People start becoming a lot like dead people start reanimating and just start terrorizing people. They have, I think, 3 days to close the gates of hell. If they don't do that, then the world will be taken over by zombies. Pretty cut and dry. I don't have a whole lot to say about this movie. I think that the Blue Underground Blu-ray was fantastic quality. The zombies were your old school traditional slow walkers. I really liked that. The acting was so-so, but there was a lot of really interesting camera angles and really great shots in this movie. I like the way Lucio Fulci plays with lights. He's got a fascination with eyeballs. It's, again, in this movie, every time you have a spot where there's darkness in a room and you see a person, like their eyes are lit up, everything else is dark. It happens a lot. I really enjoyed the practical effects in this movie. I couldn't figure out who actually did the effects on this, so if anybody knows, put it in the comments for me. I'd appreciate it. I'd like to give them some shine. The music in this movie, like the score, it was a little repetitive, but it was epic, dude. I really, really liked the music in this movie a lot. The story is a little light on plot, but you get enough to go. It's 93 minutes. It's not a super long movie. The acting is pretty reasonable. There's this one scene where this kid, I don't really understand what was up with this kid. I think he might have been turning or something. I don't really know. But he was trying to find somewhere to get some sleep, and he was in this guy's car. The guy's daughter catches him in the car, so she's talking to him, and she's like, hey, want to smoke a joint? Dude comes in, catches him in the car, thinks that the boy's after his daughter sexually. He's not, but he beats the crap out of this kid. The scene I'm talking about, though, is at the end of this little fight, he has him on a table, and he's got a drill press coming at him, right? And it's this long, drawn-out scene where this drill's coming towards this kid's face, and it was just so scary, man. You could see the tip of the drill, and it was just right in your face and just going, and then it has it go, boom, right through his face and burst out the other side. It was just so crazy. It was done so well. The effects in this movie are just absolutely fantastic. Like I said, the acting was okay. The story was pretty solid, though. I mean, I think this is part of a trilogy, isn't it? Like the Gates of Hell trilogy or something. Does this one go along with Zombie and is it Beyond? Beyond? Is that what it was? I can't remember. My memory is just like, nah, bro. I'm not gonna let you have this one, buddy. But yeah, the movie was pretty awesome. It ended pretty well. I actually liked the end of this movie. Most of these kind of movies are just kind of blah at the end, but it ends when it should and doesn't go an extra 5 or 10 minutes. I absolutely hate that. It's kind of heavy on dialogue. Sometimes it's a little slow moving. There's a lot of scenes where they're doing things and it just doesn't. The pacing is a little off in this movie, but overall, City of the Living Dead is probably one of the better zombie movies out there, especially from this era. I'd give it probably an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's really well made. I like Lucio Fulci's work. Zombie's my favorite movie by him. That's like a 9.5 out of 10. That movie is fantastic. I might even give that one a solid review here, like a actual review here pretty soon. It's got a zombie fighting a shark, if I remember correctly. But this movie is really, really good. It concludes the trilogy. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is in a trilogy, and I think this is the conclusion of it. But like a priest hangs himself, and it like brings these people back to life and creates these zombies, and these guys are running around trying to figure out how to solve the problem. Everybody gets it, man. There's a lot of like crazy deaths in this movie. There's people's heads getting grabbed and squished and pulled. There's little kids eating it, man. It's wild. This movie is great. If you haven't seen City of the Living Dead and you're into like 80s gore, 80s zombies, you're into the classics, this is one that you should not miss, man. Lucio Fulci is a master filmmaker, and without him, there's a whole lot of things that wouldn't exist in the horror genre today. I almost forgot. There's a lot of like slight giallo touches to this because he is Italian, and it was, he has a lot of influences from all over the place. You could tell, but there's a few scenes that really stuck out with the lighting being colored and real flat panely, and just the way the music was set. Oh, the movie's great, man. If you haven't seen this flick, go check it out, man. I highly recommend this one. If you're a zombie fan, this is one of the best ones out there, especially from the 80s. And it's like almost a 70s movie. This is from 1980. Probably filmed in 1979, right? Anyways, go check it out if you got the time. It's currently streaming on Tubi and AMC Plus, and I believe it's like $1.99 to rent it on Amazon Prime as of the time of this video dropping. So go check it out, man. If you're a zombie fan, you'll love this movie. Comes highly recommended for the Punk Rock Dad. Thank you for watching this video. We appreciate your support. If there's anything that you want me to watch and review, just throw it in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next Horror Hangout. Peace.